Hi folks, what's up? I ask for your attention to my next video. This time I would like to talk about live Russian legend and bokeh monster. Yes, this is Helios 40 85mm f1.5. Based on Zeiss Biotar 75mm design, it was recalculated to be compatible with Soviet variety of optical glass in KMZ plant near Moscow, where equipment and technology from Zeiss Jena plant were transferred as reparations after World War II. There it saw mass production starting from the mid-50s of the past century. This lens is famous with extremely sweetly bokeh, extremely shallow depths of field, tones of character, difficult handling and center sharpness at wide open. But in skillful hands it is capable of delivering stunning results. You can see them right now in these beautiful photos. Now let's talk about technical details. Focal length is a portraiture, for portraiture work 85mm. Maximum aperture is f1.5, it is really fast lens. Minimum aperture is f22. Lens is features preset aperture mechanism with two rings, one with clicks and another one you turn to stop down aperture to pre-selected value. So this lens accepts unusual 66mm filters. This is a drawback, I would say. Minimum focusing distance is 0.8 meters. Lens is heavy, attention. 939 grams, almost 1 kilogram. Also, it features tripod mount because it's heavy, it's a very good thing. Aperture is composed of 10 blades, forming a shape of circular saw at the aperture starting from f2.8. Let's check it up. Sometimes, and this is a case in my copy of Helios 40, there are traces of oil on the blades. So this is basically based on, as I said, on Biotar optical design with 6 optical elements inside in 4 groups. It has single coated optics with blue tint, bluish, you see, and therefore shifting color rendition to yellow side. So please pay attention to this particularity. All Helios 40 silver versions, they have this blue tinted coating. And what about mount? Normally it has M39 thread mount with flange focal distance of 45.2 millimeters. This is Soviet standard for early SLR cameras like Zenit 1, Zenit 3, Zenit 3M. So in order to properly use it on modern cameras, step ring, as here, M39 to M42 ring has to be put on, and that's the case here. And from that point you can use any M42 camera adapter. And here, for example, I can show you, I use M42 to Sony NEX adapter to Sony E, and I put here my Sony A7 mirrorless camera, and it works pretty well, though infinity is not reachable. But frankly speaking, it is not necessary here for portraiture work. So if it's a good lens to buy, to look for, to use, I will reasonably answer this question a little bit later during my field tests. But right now, for comparison, I prepared its new rival. This is a recently revived KMZ made Helios 42 lens. They started limited production from 2013, and my copy is one of the earliest production of this year. Few mounts are available with this lens. M42 universal thread mount, Canon EF mount, and Nikon F mount with 46.5 flange focal distance. This is the case in my lens. This is a Nikon mount, Helios 42 lens. So as you may see, appearance of these lenses are appearance is pretty much the same, just Helios 42 is painted black. So I will just emphasize key differences between these two lenses. So first improvement compared to this one, 67 thread filter. For normal 67 filters. This one accepts 66 millimeter, very rare size. So that's a good thing. So Helios 42, newer one, it has better coatings, rendering color more naturally. As I said, this one, it has a blue tinted coatings, but in era of black and white photography, it makes really no difference. You do not see it normally in black and white photography. And this one, it is more, this coating, it renders colors in more natural way. So both of these lenses, they have a single coated optics. Helios 40 does not have a tripod mount, a drawback, considering less weight. Minor drawback of Helios 42, so you can see here on the depth of field scale, there is no marking for 1.5 aperture value. There is only 2.8, you see. And older one, it has depth of field marked for maximum aperture value. This is just really minor drawback. And finally, a good news from Helios 42 lens. Its weight. I'll show you. So this lens, newer one, has a weight of 831 gram. This is 110 grams less than older one, Helios 40. That's really good news, because as a general rule, this lens is tricky to handle because of shallow depth of field and weight. So making a new version less heavy is a clear advantage. That's all about appearance and differences. Now I pass to a quick video field test showing results side by side. And to conclude, I've prepared you a lens chart tests on different aperture value of each of these two lenses. And to make a conclusion, what are my personal feelings after I have used this lens? So I used them quite a while in different situations, and there are no really big differences in image rendition. Famous swirly bokeh is the same. I didn't notice any differences. Newer one, Helios 42, is slightly sharper. It weighs a bit less and has a better coating with more natural color rendition. So considering that it can be easily found at excellent condition because it is recent production. This lens has in general 60 years old, and this one 7, for example, this one 7 years old only. And normally it is relatively easily to find it in excellent condition. So I would recommend, if you are looking for such lens, I would recommend to search for a newer one. That's the point. And considering lens handle, I would like to say this: it's heavy. It has only center sharpness at wide open. And it's tricky to get proper focus. You need to get used to this lens in order to get stunning results. You need practice, practice, and practice. And after some time passed with this lens, with your patience, you will receive just very beautiful photos. That's it. Thank you for your attention. This is Retro Photo House. Goodbye.